and welcome to the Pass It On Network's monthly 50/50 Global Online Conversation Series. It's so exciting to be with you all, especially at this twixt and in-between time of the year, with the Northern Hemisphere slipping into spring and the Southern Hemisphere sliding into autumn. And it's also a very awkward time of the year to plan meetings like this because of the different time zones and changes. So I hope you haven't had any difficulties. Let me just, because there are a few people who don't know too much about the Pass It On Network, spend a few minutes just saying who we are. So in 2013, Dr. Jan Hively, Jan, show your hand to everybody. And I started the Pass It On Network, and we launched it in Paris. And our whole idea was what was passing it on, to pass on the richness that everybody has gathered over their lifetimes. And it could be in whatever field, doesn't matter. It's just that everybody does have so much experience and so much wealth to actually pass on. And we have been going now for nearly 15 years, and we've come to be known as PION, which is the acronym of Pass It On Network. And we liked that more or less, and we added EERS, so it means now pioneers, and we feel a lot happier with pioneers than just with plain pioneer, PION. Because we really do feel that we are pioneers in this tremendous change period that we're all living through. We champion the rights of older people and contribute to the adaptation of society to the demographic changes that are going on, and also working to see the changes as opportunities and challenges, but challenges that can be met. We take pride in our global network, and we have pioneers in over 65 countries around the world, collectively addressing the critical issues facing older people everywhere. And these are becoming, I think, more and more critical as time goes on, and with all the changes that we are living through at an absolute tremendous pace. It's just so quick. Our mission is to facilitate meaningful conversations, share invaluable insights, and learn from each other. We do this via our 50/50 conversations, our Pioneers Gazette, growing regional networks where possible, and one of the most dynamic being in Southern Africa. Today, we decided that we'd try a different type of conversation. In fact, it was suggested by one of our pioneers, and that is to spend some time with ourselves, to find out a little bit more about us, about each other, what we're actually doing. So this is how it's going to happen. With OSNAT's help, you'll be sent into small breakout rooms for 15 minutes. There'll be about maybe 3 of you. And this will give you time to chat, to find out who you are, what you're doing, what your challenges are, and how you're meeting them. And then after about 15 minutes, you'll be called back, and then we'll have new breakout rooms with new set of people. And so we'll go, and then we'll have a general discussion at the end. There's absolutely no formal agenda, just a moment to share a bit about yourself and what you're working on. So that's how it's going to happen. And I think, Osnat, we can just jump in right now. Don't have to wait any longer. Right. Did you all enjoy your breakout rooms?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's always so exciting.
Can I make a little advertising right even now? It's going to be in September, but I might be at the overlap with Cape Town, Maura.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, it might be an overlap. When is Cape Town?
Cape Town is in September. Let me just have a quick quiz. I'll tell you exactly so I don't give you the wrong goodies.
Yeah.
It's from the 9th through to the 12th of September.
Oh, good. There's no collision, because I just mentioned in our breakout group the UN IDOP in Vienna.
Yes.
I have excellent speakers already lined up.
Okay.
And as soon as it's ready, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Because Elena, officer from Decade of Healthy Aging, has agreed to speak
Oh, wonderful.
online. And the keynote speaker is an excellent professor on brain health and she's in Texas, Sandy Chapman. She agreed, and she's going to even come over to Vienna
Oh,
to
wow.
give her talk.
Fantastic.
So I'll send you the program then, because I really want to advertise it, because I'm really happy that we got such good speakers. Okay.
Well done, Jackie.
And what is the time for that?
It's on the 26th of September. And it's going to be definitely in Vienna time, probably from 2 to 4 or something in the afternoon. So it's 6 hours earlier in the States. But I'll send all that information, because it's going to be held at the UN in Vienna.
Oh,
Okay.
wonderful.
Okay. So I just wanted to make a blast for that.
Good for
Something
you.
else that's coming along, and that's the social summit for older adults in Qatar, QATAR, which is one of the Arab Emirates, I believe,
Yeah.
farthest south on the Arabian Peninsula.
When is that, Jan?
That's in November.
Okay. But
And-
there's also, you can be online.
And you can be online.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay, because I don't think many people can make it to Qatar. Going to Cape Town.
Who's going to Cape Town? I'm going because that's home.
Yeah.
And just while we're talking about that, our Southern African Regional Network is having a symposium. We'll be there, and we're hoping to get together a symposium of the global Pass It On network. And so that all of that's in the making right now. It's exciting.
And we
But
are ready. We
Yeah.
are ready. I
Okay.
think
Oh,
everybody
we're
has new partners.
Okay. The UN IDOPE is the International Day of Older Persons. I didn't mention that. Okay.
Okay. Ready, go?
Ready, go.
See you in 15 minutes.
We're back again.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, I discovered a new feature in Zoom. I can plan the next session without taking any precious time here. So here we are. Let me just make double sure.
What did you learn? What did you learn? Osna, tell us.
That you can, while everybody is in the breakout room, I can already set up the next session. So I think everybody has new partners. So
Good.
here we go. See you in 15 minutes.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Hi.
I hope it was fun. And I think everybody had fresh partners in the third time too, thanks to the magic of Zoom. We welcome Sarah Lynn, who missed this little get together, but she'll be back next time. Was this a worthwhile exercise? Just the idea, because it's the first time we're doing something like this. What do you think we should do better next time? Or what was it like?
It's a very nice way of doing things. I mean, talking to each other, three people, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You realize what a fabulous this group this is. You know, even with just a few people that I've gotten to get to know today, it's like, oh my God, how lucky I am that I even could be exposed to, meet, be part of, learn from. I mean, it just further inspires me to talk to, people that are part of this, the pioneers. It's wonderful. So Moira and Jan, thank you once again.
Yeah.
What should we do differently? I mean, we're thinking of doing it again in June. So what should we do differently next time? Helen.
I just want to say, I mean, the one thing that you could do more of is you could have a speaker or somebody who presents something for maybe 20 minutes or so, you know? And that's just like a jumping off point, not for 40 minutes or whatever, because most people, myself included, can usually only stay for an hour. But as a point of departure for a discussion in the group or not, just make it random like you just did now. Either way, you know, if people want to continue discussing it, I mean, you could alternate something like that. You could try it, right?
Yeah.
But this has
think
been a
that's
wonderful.
that's a good idea. That's a very good idea, Helen. That's to do it a bit differently. You could define a theme as well, if you like.
Yeah. Any other thoughts?
To add to that point,
Yeah, Mary Jo?
mute. Okay, now I'm unmuted. To add to that point, it was really lovely to get to know people in this initial one because we really don't know each other. But if we were to do it more than a couple times, we would kind of know each other. So having some structure, I think, would be very helpful. But also including in that structure, saying as we go to our breakouts, take a few minutes and tell a little bit about how you landed here, because I really don't know most of the people who are here, and then talk about whatever the theme is.
Yeah, excellent. We wanted to leave it today a little bit kind of a free for all, just to see where does it take us, and sounds like it's a good start. Any other thoughts of what we might do more of, less?
Perhaps we can harvest different formats and have them. And one of them is the pub. Sometimes I think I shared it with you. Different groups open, and as you go in a pub, you go stay moments, and then you continue to another group or things like that. In this way, you also can participate I don't know if you participated in a group, but yes, it is a way to go around.
Yeah, the Zoom is also offering the opportunity for you to join any room you want. So maybe we should try something like this next time, like create 7 rooms, give them funny names, and you can go to that room and meet other people. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking that it would be good if, let's say, during our conversations, we found an interesting topic that we want to hear more about, maybe to let you know, let Maura know, so we can follow that up with a 50-50. Because, yeah, we had some interesting conversation in my group, and I would love to hear more from specific individuals about their work or their perspective. So, yeah.
Yeah. So encouraging all of you, if there's a particular topic, please send our way, and we'll definitely either entice you to facilitate that kind of a topic, or help us find somebody who's an expert. Our group is so colorful and full of knowledge that we often find, as you've seen in the last few months, that we can satisfy our own needs in such a beautiful way. Just wanted to say hi to Peter Whitehouse. Peter, you are not the only one who confused daylight savings time, and I promise you it doesn't happen more than twice a year.
Okay. I just wanted to ask Peter from Denmark, because he hasn't been to our meetings often, how he found it. Peter?
Yes, but I just had the opportunity. I had no other obstacles, so I wanted so, and I think the last time I was on this part, the On Network, was when I visited you together with Anna in Paris some 3 or 4 years ago. But I must say it was very interesting, and thank you to the people I joined in the special rooms.
Yeah.
See you back more often, Peter.
Indeed.
I will try to do that. First of all, I hope to see you in Riga in 2 months.
Yes.
Everybody's going to be somewhere in the world in 2 months. Nancy, I saw your hand up.
Yes, for future meetings, one of the topics that came up in the first breakout group was the gender differences in participation in aging services. And I would be really interested in having a program conversation at some point about why we believe that women are so predominant in aging-oriented communities. And what we can do to invite and welcome and integrate men that don't normally come more into these processes.
Yeah, yeah. Now that you pointed out, definitely.
If I may comment on this, I have always found this very interesting. In our organization, the University of the Third Age in Reykjavik, there is 80% women, and I think I tend to joke about it that women are more socially developed than men, and this could be discussed.
I think there's quite a bit of research that shows that men have harder time making these social connections than women. And there are things that we can do also to the men in our lives, not necessarily our partners, but in our communities. So yeah, definitely an interesting topic to pursue. We might do a little survey, not like the kinds we did before, but just a survey of who has some particular subtopic for that we could weave into conversations, breakout rooms, not unlike the ones we had today.
I think it's just fabulous. The strength that we have in this organization is phenomenal. In all the breakout rooms that I had, there was, several subjects that came up that we could pursue. And people have had like 60 years of experience in this whole field. And just to find out how everything has been evolved. Like Mary Jo said, for example, how she was in a situation where they were involved with caring for older people, but the whole thing has now changed, with the different paradigms, and this is just so very interesting. There's so much, and I spoke to Adele, and Adele would be very happy to do something for us on artificial intelligence, which is a huge subject. And if that were presented briefly, and then we could have all the breakout rooms, I think that would be wonderful as well. And why it's necessary, is it necessary, what we should do with it, etc. So Adele thought that would be something that she would love to do.
Excellent. Adele, I had to leave a little bit earlier, but she's going to see it in the recording. I also wanted to point out, let's see. Yeah, that we have a 2 months horizon now. So next month in April, we're going to have Femada, Margaret, and Vijay speaking about the Convention for the Rights of Older Adults. And in May, we are welcoming Rick Moody, and he's going to speak with us about eldering, eco-elders, climate change, and aging. And this is all connected to the book that he just published back in December. I urge you to get this book. It is so fascinating. And Rick is going to be here and help us generate a lively conversation around it. Thank you, Rick. That's hold that book there. I'm going to spotlight it.
Can you put the title in the chat, Rick? Yeah, thanks.
There we go.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
Great.
Excellent. Hey, we are at the formal closing time. If you want, we can leave the conversation open for another 15 minutes for anything that didn't get said. So we'll do that. Otherwise, we'll see you here on the 14th of April. Please respond to the feedback link. Your feedback is always really important to us. And thank you very much for being here today. It was a wonderful session.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Could I just add something there? I'd just like to thank Jackie, because in fact it was Jackie at a previous meeting who pointed out the desire to know more about each other. So Jackie, from your desire, this is what happened. So, thank you so much. And I know where Sarah Lynn comes from.
Oh, yes, I am actually in London at the moment, but I was changing trains and that's why I was not here, but I'm looking forward to the next session. So thank you.
But apart from living in a train, what are you up to? Where are you based?
I'm trying to move to London, so I'm kind of going back and forth between the US and UK at the moment. So
Okay.
yeah, so Moira and I actually met at the recent ILC meeting in London, so around longevity. So I partnered with an ex-colleague who's a physician. I'm a cardiovascular scientist, and so we have started a broadly longevity for personal and professional longevity, but all from cognitive performance aspect. So we are focusing on, whereas a lot of programs will focus on health span for your longevity, nutrition, physical exercise, of course, that's important, and sleep. We kind of we talk to the STEM instead and go for brain span and kind of create longevity programs for people and teams that way. So cognitive performance, our business is named Solutions Makers. We try to make the solutions simple, but not easy. So it's great to pop on here a little bit late, but I'm really excited to participate in this moving forward, and it's good to see you again. And maybe Solutions Makers we can bring some interesting things to you the second half of this year. That would be great.
Can you put your email in the chat box? Are you connected with Sandy Chapman and Ian Robinson?
My Ian Robinson, yes, my business partner has a direct connection, and we're quite new in the official space, so we've been doing this kind of separately, and we've just put it together about 4 or 5 months ago, so we're still growing. But yeah, I'll put our contact information and let's connect. That would be great.
You should connect with Sandy Chapman.
Sandy Chapman, will do.
Definitely.
Good. This was a really pleasing session. Yeah.
Just wanted to say, Asnat, that I really appreciate your idea about making some small group conversations happen in a spontaneous way regularly, and quarterly is fine with me. And I like the idea also very much about having shorter presentations and more time to talk about what is meaningful in those conversations for us in a small group. I would like to see this be as interactive as possible.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy. We usually spend about 12 minutes after each presentation, and it's something not unlike this, but clearly there's a need for changing the format somewhat.
Right.